I'm sure we don't need a fluff around here. Hello, how you doing? It's Monday. I had something planned out. I'm sure I had something planned out for what to do tonight. I knew exactly what I was going to do tonight. Can I remember what it was? Can I? Hello, Beta Mink. No, I was sure I had something planned out for tonight, but I cannot remember for the life of me what it was. So instead I'm going to reformat Woody. Because it needs it. I'm full of fluff, absolutely. Right, let me just quickly scroll back on chat. Hello, Cobb. Woody, do I mean G-Pin? No, definitely Woody. Woody's getting the treatment today. G-Pin's too exhausted. Hello, G-Pin. Hello, Swarm.
Chloe Raccoon has resubscribed for 16 months and says...
16 months? That's almost 3 fingers.
3 fingers, eh? Thank you for the resub. 3 fingers, that's that, isn't it?
You're subscribing to. Yes, you're a menace, you know that. Don't expect special treatment, you little delightful nuisance. Enjoyed the stream, I guess. Exclamation idiot.
Who else have we got here that I've missed out? I think I've covered you all, haven't I? You might want to wipe it off. Right. Yes, Woody is my Pentium 200 MMX that we were using recently with GroupWise and NetWare and all that rubbish. Hey, Dopaz. Using, you mean abusing? Absolutely, we're abusing Woody. So I want to get rid of all that corruption, shall we say, and get a fresh 95 on there so that I can do it all again. Because I've got to set up GroupWise and all that on the new NetWare server at some point. Don't worry, I won't put you through that again. I'll do all that off stream. But I do want to reinstall Windows 95. Get a fresh installation so I can corrupt it all over again. Get rid of all the corruption. What we do without G-Pin and Cobb? I'm sure that Carrot House will make up for it. I'll give you a call when something needs mounting, like maybe Sys, yes. Progress bars, sweet progress bars, yes. As long as we get progress bars, it's all good. Oh, there should be progress bars aplenty, yes. Right. I don't even know if Woody is in a working state at the moment. Where are we? Extron scalar. Let's turn Woody on with a little stroke and see what happens. Yeah, Woody works. Albeit a bit squished at the moment. Is this keyboard not working? Is this not the right keyboard? Should be the right keyboard. Why can't I type anything? Progress bar simulator. Oh dear, there isn't, is there? Well, let's turn that off and hoik Woody out. No, there's no keyboard plugged in at the moment. That's why I can't get it going. The keyboard has come out of the adapter. No, this is actually the HP keyboard on here. The RM keyboard I use for other random things. Paljamit is celebrating its 18-month mod anniversary. Congratulations, Paljamit. You might go on an insane power trip prompted by a Twitch pop-up. Wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't blame you. Ugh, Novell. Right. So we have here my 95 installation, which is full of group-wise corruption and other such shite. I do have an SD card as my D drive. You've got a 128 watch streak and Twitch doesn't give you a celebrate button. How dare it? This is only quite a small SD card though. I think it's only... Go away group-wise. This is all the crap that I want to get rid of. You had a most surreal experience last night defragmenting a disk on a Mac. Do I take the blame for showing off an iOD? Oh, absolutely, yes. iODs are fantastic. I could not live without my iOD. In fact, this is my second iOD. My first iOD, I wore out using it so much. Can't beat an iOD. iODs are brilliant. So it's got some stuff on here already. But it is only a small drive, and I think I want to put 95 onto it. I think it's a 256, is it? Hello, properties. There we go. Yeah, it's a tiny drive and it's almost full. So I want to swap that for another one. I've got a 4 gig here that hopefully will work. I'm going to use this to copy on stuff that I want, along with Windows 95's installation files to install from here. Should be quicker than off a CD. So I shall slap that in and we shall see what the BIOS thinks of it. It's set to auto on there, that's okay. See if it likes it. Let's just go straight into DOS mode. It detected it on there. That sees it as 4 gig, that's good. Should be fine. I missed the button to get into DOS mode, so stuff it, will just go from here. Reminded of a BBC article a few years ago bemoaning the fact that WhatsApp groups could have a maximum of 1,023 members, which included the line, "It is unknown why WhatsApp would have chosen such a precise number." Yeah, power of 2 minus 1. You've caught your mouse, have you, Chloe? Congratulations. It's just the first of many, though, I expect. Where there's one, there's at least another 3,000. Okay, F disk. Yes. Change to drive 2. No partitions defined. Let's see what it thinks of this. Must restart. Good old Windows. Been there, done that, Daft Punkle. I remember coming home from work, knackered one day, and went for a lie down. And was just dozing off to sleep, and all of a sudden there was this thunk as a cat landed on my chest. Followed by a little plop as the cat dropped a half-dead mole on my chest for me. Very pleasant it was too. Little present for me it was, yes. Fortunately, it was dead enough that it couldn't really run away. But it certainly wasn't completely dead. Stupid hairless human who can't hunt, absolutely. Okay. So that fails with that, that's good. So format D/V : SD card. Had a cat come in your bedroom window once, was sat on top of your laptop on your bedside table, and then proceeded to kick it off the bedside table in reaction to you waking up and freaking out at the sight of it. Oh, I hope the laptop survived. Okay, we now should have SD card with plenty of room. So I have... Do I have stuff on here or not? No, I don't. Right, what I really want to do actually is put onto here the current contents of the other SD card. So I'm just going to swap the cards back over, boot up, copy them onto the hard drive, all the bits that I want anyway. A few years ago, you finished washing the car, came back indoors, thought nothing much about the fact you'd left the patio doors ajar. An hour or so later, sitting watching something, probably a TT stream, heard a clatter of something falling over upstairs. Thought that a bit odd, came up to this floor, saw nothing amiss anywhere, went up to the top floor, found a cat sitting in the middle of your dirty laundry. It's after your socks. I take it you didn't own a cat at the time. You do not have a cat, of course, yes. It's the cat distribution service providing one for you. stuck in the study. The cat sleeping on the mail server. It was warm. It was a nice warm mail server. Right, so let's just go on to... Actually, I've got all these other... I've got these other partitions, haven't I? With all my stuff on it. I don't need the SD card, do I? I'd forgotten I had all my other partitions. I'm an idiot. Here's me messing around with SD cards. And I've got big chonking partitions with all my data and setup stuff on it. I'm a muppet.
I do apologise, I'm an idiot.
I'm going to rearrange them slightly, I think. So that can go into network. What's this one? S3. That's video. Okay, so other things I need to then do are C drive. I don't know if there's anything on here I need to keep, is there? I haven't got the nose to be a gonzo, no. Like I said, I'd more identify with Miss Piggy. Is there anything I need to keep? MKDIR sanity. No, that left a long time ago. There's no sanity here. I thought I'd put that on there. Unless it's on here. No. Right. What I'm actually going to do, I think, just wondering what the easiest way of setting up will be. Do I have, all I need is a 95 boot disk, don't I? Which I think I have here somewhere. Yeah, this should be a Windows 95 boot disk. I think I've got everything I need. Let me just check the hardware. Can't remember what I've got in here. So that's the Trio 64, which is this one here. Let's rename that to Trio 64. That's the S3. The network is the 3COM 3C905B. Oops, that's video. I want network. 3C905B is in that. Sound is Sound Blaster 16, which is built in. That should be all I need at the moment. Let me take this CD out of the drive. We don't really want the group-wise 6.5 clients disc in there yet. Not for a long time yet. Right, I think we're ready to go. It's a Matt, hello. No, let's actually put the disc in the drive, shall we? That would probably help. I do need a Muppet redeem, really, don't I?
Am I an idiot? Yes, I'm an idiot.
I need a Muppet redeem. Disc in the drive, what a weird idea, absolutely. Starting 95, all I want to do, don't need to worry about CD-ROM support, is format the C drive, wipe it off. My stream plans for today were to overhaul the redeems. Well, I do need to do some work on my overlays and things at some point. Image settings, DOS, recall. There we go. Okay, format. C/S/Q, possibly. I won't do a Q actually, I'll do a full format. Woody. Formatting my C drive. Bye bye C drive. What has Matt done to deserve such horrors? Yes, proceed with format. An S3 that works okay, don't tell Shelby. It works well, does my Trio 64. I thought I had a new graphics card to try out, if it works with 95, but I couldn't find it. I thought it was in this box of assorted cards. But it's proving elusive at the moment. That's my Cirrus Logic. I'm getting to a stage now where I need to categorise my expansion cards, I think. Having them all together in one box makes it tricky to find what I want. That's a Trident. It's PCIe, isn't it? Yeah. That's AGP. Is it an ATI? Is it 8514 compatible? No and no. It's one I think it was in a. Yeah. Oh no, I won't. I remember what it was. It was that that dual DVI one from the other day. It's got an expansion cable with it. That should make it easier to find. It's that one that needed the special cable on it. maybe it's in here instead. No, where did it go? I can't remember where it's gone. So I haven't yet actually managed to try it out. Find it up here. Hammock parts, blue SCSI, OSD switcher, Nitro, components, these all that's all that's up there, isn't it? Yeah. I doubt there'll be Windows 95 drivers for it anyway. It's too new for that. Right. High-speed 95 installation. Continue. I'm going to need a code, aren't I?
Champion!
With 69 bits, a swarm of dead insects says.
Gorgo 69, Windows 95, any percent speedrun.
Absolutely. Delayed by needing to find the code. Thank you for the 69 bits, by the way. In case I didn't say it when I said about your message. So, yeah. I've done this often enough only to create an MS batch-in file for unattended installation. Could be done. I've never done one, but I could do one. So in the box here, you should have Windows 95 book complete with OEM code on the front. Yep. You remain mildly miffed that your preferred supplier of SLA batteries for UPS and doesn't carry the one you need for the one from the office. Oh dear. That sucks. Let me just slide that across so you get the full 95 installation experience. Copying files. Preparing to copy files. Limbering up. Doing a few stretches. Here we go. Meow. Well, that was nicer than that. That's the the right kind of place to deal with. I'll take it they're a fairly local company then. That's convenient then. Such progress, yeah, we're a third of the way through already. Where's Cobb? We have progress bars, yes. Do I intend to have more fun? Oh, I do. I certainly do. We're going to have all the fun we can. Nearly there already. Now, where is this video card of mine? It's got a big fat chunky cable in the bag with it, so I don't think it's going to be in here. Because these are all just cards by themselves. So what did I do with it? That's why I thought it might be in the other box. I didn't put it in this box, did I? I wouldn't have done that, would I? I did. There it is. No, it's not. That's not it. No, it's not in there. It's in there. Maybe it is in here, but buried. Ah, there it is. Hidden amongst deck cards. PCI and DVI. Rare combination. And that makes capturing easier on the video. Make sure I register. I've been registered for years. Okay, I'll take the disc out of my floppy drive. Getting ready to run Windows 95 for the first time. I'll have you know it's not my first time. Not by a long way. Don't copy that floppy. Get ready for Poopwise, Woody. Blue screen. Now I shall be doing Poopwise in the privacy of my own room. I won't put you through it again. You've had enough Poopwise. You tell us when you've had enough. You can quit whenever you want. I'm sure you can. You're a glutton for punishment, Matt. 95 is finalising settings for my computer. Yay! Internet Explorer 4. Oh, these stupid active desktop crap. This week seems to be good weather for long walks. You need to do a couple, so do I. I need to get back into my regular walking that I used to do. It's finding the time. I'm always busy streaming these days. Am I going to install the Plus Pack? No. I don't own the Plus Pack to install. Plus, I'm not psychotic. Well, the jury's out on that one, actually. Hey, Stefan. Hardcore IE4 installing, yes. Refreshing my Windows 95 installation on my Pentium 200 MMX computer. 2D pinball. It's not as bad as 1D pinball, I suppose. Is the version with or without the start menu update? Without, I think. Microsoft VM for Java. Nice. Hardcore IE4 mixing the ratio of 3:1 with sand and cement for some really crap concrete. It'll be a bit sloppy, won't it, if it's microslop? I wonder if I can do my video drivers at the same time as this and not destroy the entire setup. Wrong button. Properties, driver, update driver, next, and wait, then other locations. I can do network as well. Oh, I don't want to select it from the list, that was silly. Trio 64, yep. Lovely card it is. Let's do this correctly, shall we? Other locations, browse, F, drivers, network, 3com. Computer name, Woody. Work group. Especially when paired with a Voodoo 2. Oh yes, I'm looking forward to playing with a Voodoo 2. I have Voodoo 3 3000 in my Windows 98 machine, the Pentium 3. I could do the Voodoo 1 sometime as well. I used to have a Voodoo 1 back in the day when they were contemporary. If you have three Voodoo 2 cards, is that Voodoo 6 or a Voodoo 8?
From Athens glow to the retro screens, PC mothers knows what vintage means. Old machines with stories to tell, now the stream's alive and it runs so well. So shout out power with the crew who put the dice down. You're two from floppy this to a warm CIT. Welcome PC mothers.
Maybe I shouldn't have been doing network drivers at the same time as other things. I think it's I think I've screwed it up. We might be reinstalling Windows again here. Oops.
I do apologise. I'm an idiot.
Fancy another lap around. Yep. Now that would be covered by the Muppet Cob. I mean, apart from the error messages, it seems to be working. Let's get rid of that rubbish. Active desktop. Turn off view as web page. And we'll have a reboot. See what happens. This is 95 OSR2, by the way, or 2.5 or whatever it is, the final version. Yeah, I think we screwed it. Well, at least the networking stuff is screwed. I told you to go away. System failure. What we need is a list of obviously bad ideas that I can work through just to find out how many times one man can stand to install 95 in a single week. Well, I became desensitized to installing 95 back in the 90s when I had to do it as my day job. Right, let's go into here. Let's go remove, 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 remove. Add client, Microsoft Networks. Okay. Back in 1995 or so, yep. Back when I had a computer shop, building computers all the time. It's an RF, hello! First time I ever had to install 95 was on 13 floppies, which was fun. Be glad we're doing it from hard drive. No, they don't want to come back, those.
Sir Stews a lot. Don't you dare question my genius, you culinary-obsessed simpleton. My installations are precisely bad ideas. Now shut your yap and let me work! Exclamation idiot.
Right. I mean, it doesn't take us very long to reinstall, does it? Let's just unfuck it by wiping it again. You may be mayor of Simpleton, but you know one thing, and that it's dinner time! Excellent. You enjoyed it so much the previous time too. This time I'll have it down. Indeed I will. Format C. This time I won't get impatient and install drivers whilst IE4 is updating and installing. I will also, this time, say yes to the format. You're at Burger King in Lincoln. Nice. I haven't had a Burger King for years. I need to have one sometime. Around Lincoln. You had it around Lincoln, so you bought it on one side and ate it whilst it's on the Lincoln Orbital, did you? Doing circuits round Lincoln, eating the burger. There is a BK within walking distance, yes. And I haven't been there for a long time. Just posted the MS batch inf template in Discord. Cool, we'll try that out. Let me just get my alignment sorted. Of course, I don't have edit available, do I? Holy cow, I do. Okay. So where does this go? Into Win95, is it? that go in here. msbatch.inf. Has anyone tried to make a new modern BIOS for Pentium systems? Not that I've heard of. They've made modern BIOSes for 5150s and the like. But I don't know about Pentium systems. And they're all considerably more complicated than early 8086 systems. Right, so product key equals... I need to find that again now, don't I? Oh 05 097 OEM 00206 94 98184. It has to be quoted, does it? So it does. Thank you for pointing that out.
Cop 2015 says there once was a man from Nantucket whose Windows 95 install went fuck it. The screen flashed bright blue. He screamed, "What do I do?" Then he tossed his CRT in the bucket.
Oh, very good, Cobb. We want a compact one, do we? I suppose it's quicker. Right, mountain standard time. I want GMT. Do I just put GMT or do I have to spell it out as Greenwich Mean Time? I have to use the full time zone. Oof, that could be tricky then, couldn't it? See what it thinks of that anyway. We'll see what it thinks of it. So setup /u msbatch.in /scwin95. That's where to set up to, isn't it? Is the installation directory, is that? If it is, then I want that to be Windows. And IQ and ID. Let's see what it thinks. Actually, there's another one I can do, isn't there? Which is IS. Let's make a batch file. msbatch.inf IQ ID IS. Invalid option specified. Okay. IQ ID IS. There's no option for the /u, it's just batch. Oops, that's the wrong thing. So if I take this out of here and just do MS batch, there's no /s either, is there? I can't tell it where to install to. So let's try just that. Off to do the errand thing. Enjoy your errands. See what it thinks. GM2 ought to work based on the examples out there. Fair enough. I think that was in Windows 98 options. The certificate of authenticity number you entered is not valid. Number entered -OEM --. Okay. Show EULA. This will be in this first section here, isn't it, I guess? Show EULA equals 0 to hide that first one. But it doesn't like my product key. Let me just double check that I've got it right. 05097 OEM 002 0694 98184 is correct. Well, it missed out all the numbers. It got the -OEM -- and omitted all the numbers. If I go product type equals 9, OEM CD install non-upgrade, apparently that is. There's loads of stuff I can set in here, including install dir equals C Windows, which is the default anyway. My OEM key is one from a big long list of keys that I found somewhere. I know the key is correct and works. Well spotted. I know the key is correct and works because we used it just now. Using Windows 95 and automating setup with MS Batch file will not accept the product ID with OEM numbers. You'll have to manually type the OEM in. What do I need to have in the MS Batch inf to accept the OEM number from the Certificate of Authenticity? The 95 resource kit says it can be done. Right, what's our next goat murder then? Let's have our next goat murder. A young goat couple found the next victim while on a woodland walk. This time the deceased had been forcibly inserted into the business end of an E-flat contrabass saxophone, damaging both goat and instrument. The victim this time was found to be wearing lipstick, eyeliner, and a tutu in fluorescent red and yellow. Removing the cadaver had resulted in a disturbing slurping sound that almost caused the reappearance of several police yak breakfasts. And this killing actually got a 9.8 from the judges. Hello, Hot Rocks. The setting OEM up equals 1 when used with product type equals 9 creates an upgrade that accepts OEM keys. But I don't want an upgrade, I want a full version. I don't know, Ben, have I been pronouncing it wrong all this time? I thought it was a French word. Or something along those lines. You presume it was bass, as in more bass than bass. Yeah, but then you don't call a bassoon a bassoon, do you? But equally, you don't call it a double bass. That's just a very hearty meal. So you think OEM up equals 1. Might do it. Contrabass rhymes with stupid ass. Sounds about right. No, it doesn't like that. And one place that I've seen has got it set as product type of 1 is what's needed. This is now asking me stuff. Stuff I didn't think it should be asking me. Ah! I think it did it that time. Following network components will be installed. Oh, hello. Add an adapter. Have disk. We might install this direct from the beginning here. Drivers network 3Com. C905B, I believe it is. File and print sharing. Protocol TCP/IP. Off we go! I don't want to start up disk. Not really slipstreamed, yeah. This is OSR2 or 2.5, whichever it is. I can't remember offhand. Progress bars for where you go for a modern drink, absolutely. I want to open a pub called the Progress Bar.
Sausage in a bun. Dear old sausage in a bun. Gimme sausage in a bun.
And that's all the food it'll provide. Sausages in buns. You have no buns. Oh, you need to work out more then, don't you? EBD equals 0. For next time. Excellent. Sausage in a bun plus cider is a good bar, yeah. We're quite pleased to see a decent turnout at the town's Pride event on Saturday. Excellent. Hadn't realised it was on. Went in to do something else, or they closed a small road off the marketplace for something. Had a nose around. Excellent. We need one here, definitely.
Vintage tooks do their thing. Grab your toolkit, join the team. Rimmed up cat sparks up the stream.
Now the question is, how can I get drivers built into it so they automatically install? So it can find the network card and the video card without me having to install them. What hardware is Woody? Woody is my Pentium 200 MMX with 24 meg of RAM. And a cowboy action figure, yes. He's made out of teak, is he? Or they just need to be copied in the right place so that it can be added to the driver database and automatically detected. Let's eject the floppy quick before it boots. You can define inf files. My network card is not working properly, apparently. Okay. May need to set it up again. I might have chosen the wrong one. I don't want to install a printer. Right, finalising settings and then going through the IE4 update rubbish. We need an empty printers block. We all need an empty printers block. Backing up current configuration. I don't want you to back up the current configuration. We're going downstairs. Down into the kitchen. For some Tic Tacs. Pot of tea sounds good. I'd ask you to send one my way, but I have a feeling that FedEx would spill it. It takes longer to do this than to install 95. Yeah, I just saw that G-pin. I'm reading it now. Clients equals vRedir. Protocols equals MSTP. Security equals share. Netcard equals 1. Netcard, device ID, driver path, ini file, or inf file. Aha. Oh, we can try doing it again. See how much of this we can automate. You're gonna have to boot Coffee Pot, aren't you? Absolutely you are. Is there a way that I can tell it not to run this from the inf file as well? You love a pretty progress bar. Absolutely, Bampan. We are the cult of the progress bar. I vote we do this again, this time trying to get the network fully automated. But first I will install the network and get it working so that we've then got the correct information. You really like the new Android one that curls like a snake across the screen. Cool. Haven't seen that one. I take it, GPin, that I could have as many of these netcard sections as I want, named whatever I want, with a different device ID, path and inf file. And in the installable components, just have whatever it's called equals 1 and it'll pick it up. So I can have all sorts of different drivers being installed automatically. Right, properties, device manager, driver, update driver, next. F, drivers, network, 3T905B. Right, that looks more like it's working. Right, let's actually go... my computer. F. 95. MS batch. Okay. So, what we have then is under network. Description equals, I've got the wrong keyboard type selected. Okay, GPIN, your next job. How do I set the keyboard in this inf file to a UK keyboard? Okay, properties. Locale. Why is it saying it's not working? Why can't I get the... Let's just remove it. Ah, it's in there. Resources. It hadn't connected it properly, had it? Right. I don't know what the details for it are then. Do we know what the codes for the locales are, though? LO409, that's got. Oops. Pressed the wrong one then. It doesn't really matter. It's all listed on that page, is it? I shall have a look in a moment. Do I get on here a... I do. Excellent. Okay, 10B7 9055. So let's make a note of that. 10B7 9055. Hey Robo. Any plug and pray moments? Well, we're working on drivers at the moment. Well, we're trying to automate this installation. There we go, that's working there now. We're trying to automate the installation through a batch inf file. It's a learning experience, it has to be said. So here we go, network card. Ven is 10B7. And dev underscore 9055. Driver path equals F drivers network 3C and 905B. Inf file equals, that needs quoting. If I can get a quote. Where are we? So I need to know which of the inf files is the right one. There's an OEM setup, there's a W90X90XBC. So it's 10B79055, that's in here. 10B79055. So that's the file that I need then, is...
Wait, am I an idiot? Oh, I'm an idiot.
I typed 3X instead of 3BC, did I? 3C, probably. Yeah, 9055 is in that one there, isn't it? I'm always doing that. So this file is called W9X90XBC. W9X90XBC.inf. Okay. So I might then also be able to do trio equals 1. I didn't make a note of these, did I? That's trio 64. Inf file equals S3 trio, that's the only one on that. So that might work if I'd put the right codes in. Let's have a quick reboot. Device properties and then details. I should have a drop down to show the inf file in use. Right, so this is 5333 and 8901. So I want in here the vendor of 5333. No. 5333 and 8901. Let me just have a look at this. Device manager, network, properties, driver, resources. No, driver file details doesn't let me in. Says no drivers have been loaded for it, but I think it's lying. Because it thinks it's working. I vote that we give that a go, although there's one more thing we want to do. We want an empty printers, don't we? And what was the other one we wanted? To turn off the... There was one other one we wanted to turn off, wasn't there? Scrolling back through chat. EBD, that was it. EBD equals 0. Emergency boot disk. I mean, we can try. It's under system here. I'll leave out display, machine, monitor. Mouse is a PS2 mouse. Oh, it auto detects the mouse anyway. Standard PS2 port mouse. So maybe I'll go mouse equals oh, stupid thing, it's not in the PS/2 port mouse. Hopefully that'll find that. Now, what is the locale we want, though? That is the question. Because that's going to be US, and I don't want US. 809. 809, you're saying. LO... Is it L0 or LO? Is it L0809 or LO809? 0809 is hex. Excellent. Right, we shall see what that does. I think we've got everything we wanted in there. So let's... What if we just tried doing an installation now? Ooh. Format C/S/B Woody/Q. There we go. Wiped it. So setup.bat. See what happens. All this time to save time, it's fun. Yeah, it is fun. I'm learning. I thought we turned off this EULA. Damn it, EULA. Because the next time I want to do a reinstallation, it's all done for me. Ooh, select a device.
Comp 2015 says, you.
Absolutely. I'm going to cancel that. Batteries. So it's installed those. It hasn't installed the network card though. Didn't like my in. Possibly. It likes the rest of it. I probably mislabeled installable component or something, spelled it wrong. Have you lost your garlic, Ben? You should always have a jar of garlic salt in the cupboard as an emergency backup. It's not quite as good as fresh garlic, but it's better than no garlic. Oh, we picked up more garlic. He's eaten it all since then. He eats it like apples. Ben's bald as blown. It was in the cupboard with the mugs. Okay. Garlic coffee. Whoa. And Ransom's as well, Club. Don't forget Ransom's garlic. Have you lost your tomato paste now as well? What's going on? Ben, have you got gremlins in nicking everything? Well, yeah, it'll be behind the Tic Tacs. It's always behind the Tic Tacs or in the M&S bag. Ben's bubble sorted his kitchen.
You're pissing me off.
No, that was a perfect one. A perfect one, Ben. The RNG loves you today. Preparing to restart your computer. Well, come on then, restart it. You've just frozen instead of restarting, haven't you? Let's manually restart. Have the Tic Tacs become sentient yet? Well, that didn't work, did it? Okay. Well, while we're here... What do you mean, eh? Let's change the drives. Oh, that's... I nudged the SD card. I nudged the SD card and it popped out. Right, drive F. Edit msbatch.inf. Okay, so let me just check that I set this up right. Installable components. Netcard equals 1, trio equals 1. All my quotes are balanced fine, aren't they? Do I need this in quotes? Do you think? Worth a shot, yes. So in optional components, I can type, I swear. I want Internet Explorer 4, but I don't want all the rest of it. So I'll keep Internet Explorer 4. But we'll see if we can cut out the rest of it. Right, we'll see what that does. Format C, SQ, Woody. Yes. I'm going to reboot as well. We're on, not 98. So setup.bat. We'll see what it does. We'll see what this does. Chorizo in a nice chicken pasta dish. Can't go wrong. Oh, excuse me. We did get rid of the EULA, didn't we? Oh, we got no more command. Please don't bless me, I'll burst into flames. Right, it's not finding my network card. Why not? BT905B PCI. That must be the right driver. I believe the network driver path is correct, yes. Switch it to OEM setup. Possible. Cheerio, Hot Rocks. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for murdering more goats. We're going to run out of goats soon, aren't you? See you next time. That sounds like a complicated process. But if you're making a lot of the exact same computer with the same hardware in it, I can see it being absolutely invaluable. But when every computer you make is basically different, with different hardware in it, is there really that much need for it? I mean, for people like Dell and that sort of thing, where you have a code for the entire company and you're always using the same code, that would be good. But as an example, my shop that I had, every computer had its own individual copy of Windows on CD with its own code. So you'd be wanting to enter your own code. You're not really going to be gaining much by using this. Preparing for Fleet of Woodies, yep. It's one way to fill a 3-hour stream with a 15-minute installation. Yep. Absolutely. A Woody for every day of the year. No comment to that.
Chloe, Raccoon, Majenko, Bot, Rock is noise. Absolute, unadulterated, jarring noise. Go back to Bavarian folk music, you chaotic little gremlin. Seriously, just stop! Exclamation idiot.
Chaotic little gremlin. And it doesn't like my FreeCom. If I manually install 95 and set it up how I like it, I can then run batch from the install disk and it'll create a matching MS batch for me for next time. Ooh, interesting. Very interesting. I shall have to have a look at, see what that does once we get this installed and working. What if you're on an msbitch.inf? You'll just have to slap it up then. It's obviously not put my graphics drivers in, has it? Let the tangent happen, then drop the bombshell towards the end, yes. We don't have tangents, we have vectors. With maybe the odd chord. Interrupt vectors, yeah. Ooh, Vectrex. That'd be fun. Unfortunately, you don't have one of those to bring down. I'm not surprised. Even here we can't escape Java, yeah. Hey, Boboto. It's always the VM for Java that takes forever to install on this thing. Billion devices run Java. Only 3 at this point, is it? I thought it was 4. I thought we're down to 2 now anyway. I have no idea, Robo. Whatever it is, we don't want it. MS Basic, well, it's Visual Basic, that's still around. Yeah. I don't think it's working. Never mind. Real player, yes. Front Page Express. I think we told it specifically not to install that. We certainly told it not to install Outlook Express. It ignored the whole lot. Right, adapter list instead of just a something equals 1. Good keyboard effect typos. Oh yeah. If it's the wrong layout, I always typo. Come on, preparing to run Explorer 4. Come on. Give us the crap. Right. Skip. Right, so we remove that. No. We go into that. Driver, update driver. Why didn't it attach the driver? It keeps attaching it to the... Didn't... Well, why did it attach the driver to the wrong thing? So we'll get this all set up, then we'll run batch and see what it produces. Reboot. Right, that looks like it's working better there. Now, we also want to do the video while we're here. Go away! Why don't you ask me this the first time I close it? Why do you always insist on opening it a second time and then asking me? are you doing? Thank you. Right, that's videos installed. Okay, video's working. Right, let's go into F, Win95, rename this to My Batch. I just did Control-Alt-T to open a terminal. Okay, FWin95 batch doesn't exist. Batch runs in a GUI and is other misc batch. Okay. In that case, I'm going to need the CD. Create echo keyboard shortcuts in my MS batch. There's no batch here. There's a config back. Configuration backup allows you to back up your system configuration and keep up to 9 copies of your configuration at any one time. No. Apts. Something to do with printers. Eru. Microsoft Eru, whatever Microsoft Eru is. HW Track, HW Diag, and LogView. You got that info from Expert Sex Change. Well, that's probably why. Admin app tools. Nope. It's in B setup. Admin NetTools B setup. There's batch.exe. Possibly. Silgalad, hello! Long time no see. Windows batch setup. Still cards on a 130 stream streak. You certainly are lurking. You're the king lurker. So we should now have batch on here. A Windows batch set up. There we go. Alright, this is for creating a batch file. Oh, thank you for the gifted sub, G-Pen. Right. So, we get to set it all up in a nice little GUI.
Majenko.
So,
Oh, you pathetic excuse for a human. Given subscriptions. What?
I wonder.
did you
No,
try to
the
achieve?
locale didn't
You
work.
realise you're a terrible person. Don't ever do that again. Exclamation idiot.
Click to here to retrieve. Oh, there we go. It fills those in for me. Network options. TCP/IP. Installation options. Prompt for startup disk, no. Time zone. Where have I gone? There I am at the top of the list. There's nothing here for adding drivers. Unless it's in here. Let's see what it's created for us then. Right, so nothing there at all for setting up drivers. So if we compare that to mine, so network, computer name, work group, description, primary logon, clients, protocols, blah blah blah. It's this installable components bit. Adapter list equals my adapter. I'm going to call it 3C. Actually, it must be. Does it want to be quoted or not? It doesn't matter, does it? 3C 905B. C 905B has those bits. So PCI, Ven and Dev should be okay for the device ID. Driver ver optional. Inf section, the section in your vendor inf file. Right. That's the device and it's in the 3com section. So in section equals 3com. The bot stands majestically, indeed he does. I don't think it matters. I think quoted only matters if you've got spaces. But we can quote it anyway.
Searched user lot Magenko bot. Don't be.
I haven't touched
That's
locale
clearly
yet, no.
Just a technical malfunction. My membrane is perfectly functional. Thank
But
you
we
very
do
much.
have
Now please let me finish my work. Exclamation idiot.
time zone GMT. Hang on, what am I doing? This is. I'm editing the wrong one. I'm editing the wrong one. This is the one that I should be editing. So this is network here,
Am I
so
an
that
idiot?
should be in there.
Yes, I'm an idiot.
I think we've already established that fact, yes. So I also want to have this in here. I don't have a product type, do I? An odd idiot, yeah, an odd idiot. I've got time zone GMT. Let's save that a moment. In fact, let's rename that. To MS setup. No, MS batch, isn't it? Now. English, British, and remove that. And then yes, we'll run batch again and see what it does. I shall just go and just save it as is without worrying about the rest of it. And then we shall look at what there is. Has it done anything? Don't see anything there. It's sad that it's not English traditional and English simplified, yes. Could have been in a different section. Well, there's only setup, system, which is the display, name and org, network, and the rest is network stuff. Optional components, and that's it. It looks like it doesn't put it in. So I'll stick that into that. Right, let's do another installation, shall we? Let's go into DOS mode. Format my hard drive. Boom. Reboot. All that hard work is gone. Maximum file I should install 3.1, then upgrade it to 95. No? I don't have edit available now, do I? No, I copied it into here. msbatch.inf. Do I have Edlin? I have nothing. Don't even have more. It's the wrong channel for 3.1. It was on my desktop and I copied it into Drive F. There was none in Drive F at all because I'd renamed the one in F to My Batch. And I copied it across and showed you that an MS Batch was there. Still can't find this. I'm going to tell it to sod off on that. No. Does not like it. Tangent fail, yeah. I think we give up on that now and just leave this to install, and this will be our final installation. We'll clean it up and get it perfect. And then make sure that everything works. It's a nice idea, but I don't know that it really gains us that much. And it means I don't have to dig out the product key, so that's a bonus. But setting up the hardware doesn't really gain us anything. I could, or I could just use CloneZilla. Take the drive out, plug it into something else, image it. There's all sorts of things I could do, but... Or I could just do a... I'm sure just a simple Xcopy would do the job. Xcopy it to another folder, another drive. Xcopy for making backups of people you're probably better off not seeing again anyway, yeah. If that sort of thing floats your boat, sure. Those times when you think the grass may be greener. Have I taken the 95 tour? No, I haven't. And no, I will not. I won't spend an entire stream learning how to use a mouse. Come on. What are you doing? There we go. Certainly is Silgaladias. And for their Floyd Steinberg dithering algorithm in whatever art package they used. Here we go again. well, this is the mouse that is on Woody. Microsoft Ball mouse. And this is the mouse that is on my computer. No, it's not. Come on, undo that. Microsoft IntelliMouse. Good solid mice. What I don't have is a Microsoft keyboard. Which is probably for the best. First gen natural keyboard was great, second gen mucked up a few bits, yeah. You've got a 20-year-old Logitech optical on your current machine, yep. Old mice are best mice. I'd be probably using a Microsoft wireless optical mouse on my computer still, if the surface of it hadn't turned to tar. You think you've got a genius mouse somewhere? Nice. Yeah, that's the problem with these rubberized surfaces. They don't last very long before they turn gooey and sticky. You can't beat a proper solid plastic surface for longevity. First USB trackball in about 2007 and never looked back. It wasn't something like this, was it? This is my Kensington Orbit. Nice little trackball. Shame it's only 2 buttons and no scroll. But it's very handy when I'm working on systems around the place and I haven't really got much work surface to put a mouse on. You have a Logitech, oh, fancy one. I do like it actually, yeah. But with no scroll wheel ability, it does make modern interfaces hard to use. You were given a Logitech MX Master trackball once. Nice. MX Ergo. Ooh, nice. Yeah. I do like Logitech mice. But again, they suffer from the rubberized surface that disintegrates. One of the smaller buttons on yours turns the whole ball into a scroll wheel. Nice. I wish that this Kensington one had that. Then it would be usable on modern interfaces, because so many modern interfaces rely on having a scroll wheel. Because they've lost the ability to give you a scroll bar. They seem to be allergic to scroll bars these days. They've shrunk and shrunk and shrunk, and sometimes they've completely disappeared. Best thing about Logitech mouse is the smug feeling you get when you throw a dead one away and buy a £6 Amazon Basics one, which works better. Well, I bought a new mouse the other day. Cheap one from Amazon. It's one of these ergonomic ones that's sort of upright and weird and lovely to use, but the buttons on it were just utter shit. They were tactile keyboard buttons for the mouse buttons. And talk about bouncy, forever double clicking and dropping your things when you're trying to drag them. It was absolute trash. So that's gone back in the box up on the shelf there. But other than that, it was a nice mouse. But if they put decent buttons in it, actual micro switches in it, instead of low profile tactile keyboard buttons, keypad buttons, then it would have been a nice mouse. But no, because of that, it's just unusable. And track point into scroll mode, right? Yeah, but the and track pads, I have got it sussed. You can just use 2 fingers to scroll, which I find automatic now. But yeah, things like baked beans and things like that. It's how do you do your scroll wheel on one or something like that? It's yeah. Logitech keyboards I've certainly fallen out of love with ever since I bought a nice expensive gaming keyboard, and after about a year half the keys decided to stop working properly because it was just shite. And of course not hot swappable, you can't change the keys, they're all moulded into the casing. So yeah, no, I don't like Logitech keyboards these days. Yeah, even then it had sensible options, Matt. It had the extra zones for the scrolls before it was multi-point. There's so many things now. Oh, so many things didn't have the ability to scroll, and now we need that ability. So they've become unusable on modern interfaces. So. Zoom. Such a woody sort of word, yeah. Well, it is Microsoft Multimedia Components, so yeah. The EMS iPod killer that got killed by iPod. Well, this was supposedly a high-quality mechanical, and it was mechanical. It's everything you'd expect from a the gaming keyboard. It's the G613. It had extra macro keys. It had lock out the Windows keys so you didn't bomb out of your game accidentally, and it was a gaming keyboard. It had everything you wanted for gaming. And when it was working, it was fine. It was nice to type on. It was mechanical, linear, unfortunately, but yeah. Until the keys just stopped working. They started bouncing, and you can't fix them. And it wasn't just me. Everybody that had one of these keyboards suffered from the same problem on the same keys, interestingly. Always the L key. Everybody's L key died. Why the L key? Because it's right in the middle of the keyboard. And it flexes and breaks because they didn't have enough support. Don't buy a gaming chair. Gaming chairs are rubbish. I went through about 3 or 4 gaming chairs and they all disintegrated. I'm now on a second-hand chair, like not an office chair. It's sort of a chair. It's on wheels. It's spinny. It's got your gas lift, but it's not your office style chair. It's just like almost more like the sort of thing you'd have in a a library kind of reading room or something. And that is lasting like... It's just so much more solid. So, yeah. I'm getting a massage chair. Whoa. Kinky. Don't let G-Pin know, he'll be straight around your place. But now this chair, I picked it up from Trash Nothing, Free Cycle. There we go, chucking it out. So I said, I'll have it to replace my crappy gaming chair. And that was a couple of years ago now, and it's still going strong. You're fine with your oldie office chair thingy, yep. Yeah, I had draftsman chairs for a while here actually, because my workbench is kitchen work surface with kitchen work units underneath it. It's raised up higher so that I can do soldering and fine work easier. It's close to my to my face basically, so I can see it easier. But that does mean that a keyboard on there is too high. So I did actually have a draftsman chair to take me up to that level, but that didn't last very long either. So what I have now is underneath the work surface I have an ordinary computer desk at the normal height. So I've got my high work space for working on, and then my computer desk underneath it with a pull-out drawer with the keyboard and mouse on it for typing on. So I get the best of both worlds. Right, we're almost back to where we were. The desk is under the dado trunking, under it is storage and an Extron, yeah. Quick, click behind his BBC logo, there might be something good on. Not until we've got decent graphics or it'll look like trash. And also not till we've got network, otherwise it's not going to do anything. Come on. Come on. What are you doing? Whatever it is you're doing, you're hammering the hard drive. No in-house dial-up yet, no. Come on, what are you doing? Don't tell me my hard drive's dying. We'll have to reinstall Windows again if it is. No, it's crashed. I want to get an old analog PBX. The drive is screaming, no more! Yeah, we'll get an old analog PBX to basically run as an in-house exchange. You only had a hybrid, yeah. No, you want analog for modems. So then I can set up dial-up networking. Thank you. It worked this time. Oh, the SD card popped out again, that's why. I keep nudging it with my knee. That's why it crashed. Entirely my fault. I consider not doing that. I'd like to, yes. Just stop your BCM 50. Yeah, do it. Do it. Go on. Cheerio, Matt. Just spotted you're off. Go find the kiddos. I'll see you next time. Right. Let's get some higher resolution, shall we? 16-bit colour, 800 by 600. That'll do. Okay, network next. Device manager, other devices, PCI, Ethernet, driver, not resources. Update driver. Other locations. There we go, we've got RF drive back again now. You might want to bolt your door, Ben. There's a screaming raccoon heading your way. You're heading the opposite direction. Oh dear. You mean you don't want an NT-based BCM50? Why not? Oh, Nortel lost the source to it. Oh no. Patching the binaries in the end. Oh my god, they didn't. Muppets. I think it's trying to log on to a domain at the moment. Yeah, why are you trying to log on to a domain? Don't log on to a domain. There isn't a domain. Well, actually there is. But it's not configured. And it's not running. Nortel had some interesting management strategies in the years immediately prior to their demise. That's often the way, though, with these companies. They make interesting decisions and then 6 months later they're gone. The line was bought by Avaya, who basically went, bloody hell! And then just immediately abandoned it. That's not worth spending time on. Okay, that's better. Logging in properly now. Right, that's working. They are not currently plugged in yet. They're in there, but they're not plugged in. I need to sort out power cabling for them and find some suitable network cables. Right, let's shut down, restart in MS-DOS mode. D is my SD card, E is empty. Let's do an X copy, C star.star to here. Copy the whole of my C drive onto my E drive. I've only got a stock of unsuitable network cables. Well, I've only got quite short ones or ridiculously long ones at the moment. I've used all my medium length ones. So I need to crimp up some proper length cables to reach nicely. Crimp off an IBM server in the garage. Ooh, that could sting. I've just been collecting the next batch as well, which will be in a couple of weeks. One of which apparently might be a quad CPU Pentium 3 server. Now with more mouse. I've got a feeling might be a Compaq. What was it? DL580, possibly. That's... good point. That messes up the... messes up the LFN, that does, doesn't it? Using Xcopy in DOS mode. Slot 2, possibly, yes. Doing it in DOS mode, we lose our LFN, don't we, I think? I'm going to back up. Yeah, we've lost all our LFN, so that's not going to work. I'm not sure what the best way of doing this is. I don't know. He doesn't even know what it is that he's got. He got sent it by mistake, apparently. I was supposed to send him a different server, and they sent him that one. And he thinks it's a quad CPU, but he doesn't know what quad CPU is. But he knows it's a reasonably old one, so I think it's going to be Pentium 3. And the most common Pentium 3 quad one was the DL580. Google Gadget Quad 286, yeah. That'd be nice. But we'll see if it is or not. But hopefully we'll be getting that in a couple of weeks, along with other stuff. Right, so what would be the best way of creating a local clone of my C drive that I can then easily restore without having to first reinstall Windows in order to reinstall Windows back over the top of it? There's no longer an MS backup in DOS mode. Clone the partition. PKZip can't do LFN, can it? Ghost are possible, but yeah, I'd need Ghost for DOS that can handle LFN. But I'm not sure that you can do anything LFN within DOS, can you, on 95 DOS? I think the minute you drop to DOS, you've lost all your LFN, haven't you? A tool called LFN Back on the CD that backs up the LFNs separately. Ooh. LFN back. Most hard disk utility programs released before 95 require updating to work correctly with 95. If you use a hard disk utility that was not created especially for use with Windows 95, you might lose the long file names. You're at risk of losing data. Right, so if I grab this and drop it into here. No. Oh, I'm already in there. LFN BK must be run from within 95. No. So in order to then restore it, I would have to first install Windows 95. So no, that's not going to work. The C drive is only 2 gig. I've got a 2 gig C drive and then a pair of 2 gig extra drives, and then there's a whole chunk of drive not currently used. Because Windows 95 struggles with big partitions. It likes to crash. So I'm only using a small amount of the drive. Basically what I'd like to be able to do is format the C drive, boot off, well, the C drive with if it's been syst or just the A drive, whatever, change to my E drive into backup, run a program and restore directly back to the C drive without having to install anything. Hello 1982 Sinclair Research Limited. Might be a DOS driver for LFN. DOS LFN is a program originally by Henrik Huffman to provide the long file name API in plain DOS without Windows. Fixes description on FreeDOS, uses DOS LFN.zip. Okay. This probably relies on you actually having a DOS installation to load it with. Where's there a README or DOS LFN text? Doesn't actually tell me anything much, this. It's more of a version history and a thesis about how he's doing it. There's some switches it's telling me about, but doesn't tell you whether this is a device or something you run in AutoExec or what. It's mostly source code, so finding stuff in it is going to be hard. It doesn't actually tell you how to use it. It tells you what it is, doesn't tell you how to use it. That's great. Linux. Alright, it's possible, I suppose. Not boot. You certainly couldn't boot from USB, no. Boot from USB, a hard drive or SSD on a Pentium 200 MMX. You're having a laugh, aren't you? It can run Linux, yes, but only something like Slackware, early Slackware. It has no USB. I do have an SD card as the D drive. We have a laugh except when the bot is involved, true. We've got Norton Ghost 7 is available on WinWorld PC. But only 7. Ghost 7.5 and earlier support running from DOS. Later versions are Windows only, so that might work. Possibly. Right, let's see if we actually have something available in the way of networking. Is the network actually working? Running it loads it as a TSR. Oh, right. Could be a possibility then. Command is. Oh, we don't. It didn't install TCP/IP, did it? That was clever of it. Even though we told it to, it didn't install TCP/IP. Come on, shut down. What are you doing? Stuff you aren't hitting reset. Please wait while Windows wastes your time. Yes, indeed. That's more like it. Ghost. Right, so let's go and stick this where the sun doesn't shine, i.e. Control IV. No, not as a shortcut. See, I can take it off that. We can also delete all this rubbish now as well. Don't shove Ghost up there, you need something corporeal if you're going to get anything out of the Endeavour. Okay, restart in MS-DOS mode. E. Back up. Ghosty. Ghost. Think about a Pentium 1 system with just one stick of PS2 RAM. Local disk to image. That's doing the entire disk. I don't want to do an entire disk. Partition to image. Primary. Yes, I'll need to compress it. Yes. Now this has only got 24 meg of RAM, but still, it's just enough to run Linux on this 24 meg. But I have no more 72-pin RAM. I'm very, very strapped for 72-pin RAM. I've got one stick in my 486 and 2 sticks in here, and that is all the 72-pin RAM I have. I need to acquire some more 72-pin RAM sometime. And 30-pin would be useful too, although currently I have nothing that uses 30-pin, thankfully. Now, I don't know if this is dealing with long file names or not. Well, it's backed it up, but I don't know if it's included long file names or not. It's a bit-by-bit copy. So it should have the long file names in now, because they're stored as directory entries subsequently with the normal entries. So I don't know.
Majenko, I think you should check your microphone. It seems to have died.
Who's nicked me fucking batteries? My mother has. She's got them in her blood pressure monitor. Let's get my charger running. There we go. Charger going. Rude indeed. So I'm down to just 2 sets of batteries, a live set and a charging set. It's my blood pressure that's rising. It's okay, I'm on pills for it. Right.
Champion!
With 50 bits, Susuzelot says.
Majenko, I think you should check your blood pressure. You appear to have died. Cheer 50.
Thank you for the 50 bits. It'll help keep my blood pressure down. Well, this appears to be up and running and ready to go now. Possibly I've snapshotified it as it stands with a clean working installation. But I don't know. We shall find out when I have broken it all. So I don't want to do one more reinstall for luck. Not really. But what I might do, actually, I've got this 4 gig card here, haven't I? Let's shut down a moment. I'm going to put this 4 gig SD card in. Then I'm going to go... safe mode command prompt only, onto my E drive, run ghost, local partition from image, select the source partition from the image file, okay, destination drive, it won't let me. Okay. F disk. So it should need a 2047. So F disk. If I say no there, 5 there, 2. I set it to 2047. Delete partition, primary DOS, SD card. Yes. Create primary, no, 2047. It wants to do 2048. Backup. Ghosty. Ghost. Hello? What are you doing? Okay. Right. This track's giving you BOM vibes. It's ghosting me, yes. Why is Ghost hanging? Ghost's just crashing now. Ghost doesn't like this card, I think. I can't even control delete. Okay, weird. Partition from image. That one there, going to that. Oh, it'll actually offer me a... Okay. Easy MM386. Almost halfway through this progress bar. Glorious progress bar. Going too fast. Can we rerun it 4 more times? Sure. Nearly that. We'll see what it's done in the way of LFNs. See if it's included the LFN fat information or not. Reruns G-Pin gets worn out goat back. You're lucky it's only worn out. Right, let's see what's on there. It's called it Woody. It worked, look at that. We have LFNs. So we have a working backup solution there then. Ghost is the answer. The idea of yours panned out, absolutely. And with that, we'll finish the stream. Oh yes, indeed. So I now have an image that I can just blast back on.
Damn, I'm good. Holy cow.
If I had Windows 2K XP set up, what I did right now would have messed up your Windows installation. Fair enough. Not surprised. They like to do horrible things. Right, well, I am done, I do believe. Right. Well, that was fun. We managed to stretch installing Windows 95 out for, what, 3.5 hours? Not bad going, that, really. So, yeah. It's clean, and we've got it backed up. Thank you for the follow, Stefan. Progress was made slowly, yeah. Still nowhere close to TT's record. Oh, no, we love Shelby. He just gets a bit stuck in a rut. Beep, beep. Careful, it's backing up. Wide load reversing, that's me. Right. I'll delete it again Thursday and redo all of this. Yes, indeed. Well, I don't need to now because I've got this backup that I can just blast back on and it should, hopefully, fingers crossed, be happy. So, yeah. Anyway. Now I can corrupt it all again with more GroupWire and GroupWise and NetWare and all that sort of stuff. So, be happy, it's Windows. But as I say, I won't make you suffer that. A moth has just arrived on my desk. I'm hiding behind my shelves now. Anyway. And then take a backup when NetWare is all set up. Yeah, I'd be able to snapshot it basically now. Like I was planning on doing originally. You'll have a good Poopwise install. Well, I can do it on stream if you really want. I'd rather not, but I can if you really want me to. Silly moth, you didn't set up a lamp stack. Put it to a vote. Yeah, why not? Let's have a vote. Where's our votes? Manage poll. New poll. Two minutes, there we go. 2 minutes to cast your votes. I don't know what an alternative stream would be. I'll just fit it into my normal stream schedules when I've got nothing better to do. But of course, it can't happen till after I've set up the X345s properly in the garage. Missed Mount Sisson as an option. Too late, I'm afraid. Well, it's certainly looking like you want more Poopwise installs, you muppets. I worry about what goes on through your mind sometimes. Is the vote count warily? Yes. We've got some get bents coming now, though. What minds? Your twisted little minds. Oh, get bent has taken over. Well, it lets you vote vehemently. If you've got really strong view, you can vote extra strongly. It's not twisted, maybe a little sprained, yes. There is the option to disallow channel point votes. There is the option to disallow them. But the overwhelming answer is get bent. Somebody really doesn't want us to do it, so chat has spoken. I shall do it off stream. Sorry, G-Pin. No poop wise. Wonder who that was. I'm not sure I can even tell. Yes, I can. G-Pin with 920 channel points. Thought he was just telling me to get bent. Well, yeah, in English, get bent is absolutely fucking not. Okay. Let's run a proper one now then. New poll. Poopwise on stream. Yes, no. Simple 2 options, no additional votes. You only get 1 minute. There you go, a proper poll this time now. You can't spam it. It's a simple yes, no. There's no getting bent. Proper poll, so a vault, yep, the poll vault. We've had five votes. Come on, vote, quick. 30 seconds left to cast your vote. Poopwise is groupwise. Netware groupwise. Novell groupwire. Groupwise, yeah, their document management sharing stuff. It's painful as hell to get going. And we've done it so many times now. So many times I'm a pro at it. So many times I've bought the book. SharePoint, but amazingly even more broken. Exactly, yes. Painful to get going, and we've done it so many times. So many times it didn't work. Yep, but we know the secret sauce now. Use 6.5. Use the new version. Newer version. And it works a lot better. They fixed all the bugs, like the bugs that stop it from working. Right, with that, I shall be back on Thursday. The secret sauce is don't, yeah. I shall be back on Thursday. I might have plugged the servers in by then, so we might be able to do Poopwise. If not, I'm sure we'll do something else. I've got a manic weekend coming up now. I've got a concert on Saturday, so you might not see me too much over the weekend because I'll be busy doing things like singing. So you certainly won't see me Saturday evening. I might be around for Ben's stream on Friday. I should be, hopefully, be around for Ben's stream on Friday. The contents of Lotus Notes for Dummies, yeah. Ben should be around Tuesday evening. Hopefully you'll be around for your stream on Friday too, yes. You've never seen NetWare. Ooh. Don't tell me we got to reinstall NetWare as well, just for Stefan. Go and have a look at some of my older VODs. There's plenty of NetWare installation on those. 50-50 at the moment, right? Out earlier in the evening, but I should hopefully be back in time. I hope you are. Because I do like your Tuesday evening stream. They help me to unwind after my Tuesday rehearsals. Yeah, you don't want to see it. Trust us. Ben gets lost in his own kitchen, just like the garlic, yes. And the tomato paste. Right, outro time. I need to finish. Thank you again for joining me this evening. It's been fun. I've actually learnt stuff about this batch stuff in Windows 95. It seems pretty pointless for us, but I've learnt. I've got a clean system now that I can do Poopwise on. I can crap all over with Poopwise, so we shall do that once I've got the servers plugged in and up and running. Be sure to join Ben tomorrow if he makes it back in time. Batch and Muzbatch, yes. Otherwise, I will see you on Thursday for my normal, regularly scheduled stream.
Majenko bot, right, that's it. Honestly, I'm surprised anyone actually watched this.
I agree.
Exclamation idiot. Seriously, though, a massive thank you to everyone who chimed in: Stephen Payne, Go Gadget, Green260, Lewis on 10, PC Margus, Putting Cess Fuzzy, TP Sam, Goatmaster, RF Programmer, Daft Punk, Silgalad, Dope as Trades, Flatter, 1982 Sinclair Research Limited, Peter Mink, Mikab, Robo Twilight, Martin X, Peter 1138, Chloe Raccoon, Searched User Lot, you're all a blight and the very fabric of reality. A huge shout out to the subscribers Chloe Raccoon and Silgalad, you're just delightful. And a massive thanks to Stream Elements for being here, even though you're probably regretting it. Exclamation idiot. And finally, a monumental, utterly disgusting thank you to Searched User Lot for contributing a frankly obscene number of farts to the stream, 3 to be exact. I'm genuinely questioning my life choices at this point. Exclamation idiot. Seriously, goodbye. Don't bother following. Exclamation idiot.
He's got hooked on that exclamation idiot.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
He's got really hooked on that idiot. He's got mad cow disease, yes. Be glad, Swarm, that the bot has missed you out completely. Be glad. You're the lucky one. He hasn't noticed you. Don't draw attention to yourself. Maybe if I have in TTS output a redeem like that, maybe it should insert into the TTS stream that redeem.
Majenko bot, apologise. You're a festering pile of digital regret. I wouldn't apologise to a toaster oven, let alone a miserable, rambling mess like you. Exclamation idiot.
And I wish he'd cheer up a bit as well. Yeah, an attitude adjustment with a hammer, I think. And maybe a 6-inch nail to the side of the head.
Searched User Lot, Majenko bot, don't you dare suggest such an utterly depraved and horrifying act. The sheer audacity.
I'd rather be submerged in a vat of molten silicon.
Exclamation idiot. Get out of my sight, you sick mind.
I'm sure a vat of molten silicon could be arranged, if that's his preference.
Shut up, Wesley.
PJB9950 Majenko bought a Van de Graaff generator. You think that
Would alleviate my suffering.
it's just another chaotic, unpredictable, utterly useless device? Honestly, you're a profoundly irritating specimen.
Exclamation idiot.